10 years ago, a game came out that I never played. Actually, I did play, but it was a little bit later that I played it. But 10 years ago, a game came out.
Did you finish it?
That blew people's minds. No, I did not finish it. The game is called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Came out 10 years ago. Can you believe it's been 10 years since it came out? It's a long time.
That's actually hard to believe.
Yeah.
I feel old.
So, I know, dude. Yeah. So, I started playing. I played The Witcher back in 2016. I saw my save file, and it was 2016 when I started playing it. I played 2 hours of the game, and I felt overwhelmed. And I was like, I can't play this.
Same.
And I knew I was about to enter into a 50-hour game experience because that's roughly what apparently the main story takes to beat. And I stopped playing it, and I never returned to it. However, this year they are doing The Witcher in Concert, which is a worldwide concert series where they are bringing the Witcher soundtrack to a live studio audience, with an orchestra, and also two people, or the band, the team that made the score, the soundtrack. So some of the people that were in this performance were also the team that made the soundtrack, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I went to this in Dallas, and I also completely forgot that there was a showcase for it in Fort Worth tonight, actually. So if you guys want to go, you can go check it out in Fort Worth tonight.
Sold out.
But yeah, right. So I went to The Witcher in concert in Dallas and checked it out. And I've never been to something like this, and I gotta say it was like really, really cool.
Yeah.
I love live music, obviously. Like, y'all know me, like I'm obsessed with live music. But in going to this, I've always heard the Witcher soundtrack and been really enamored by it. And then obviously, I jumped into CD Projekt Red's games with Cyberpunk and was obsessed with Cyberpunk. Y'all have heard me gush about that game quite a bit as being one of my favorite RPGs of all time. After they fixed all the things, so knowing that they have a strong pedigree, and I knew The Witcher was really well received. I know, Austin, you've talked about how much you love this game. This is one of your favorite games of all time, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You played all the DLCs and everything and gone through it all.
Oh, yeah. Multiple times. Played this so many times. I got into when I was modding and stuff, there was mods for this. I dabbled in that too.
Yeah. So I went to this concert, showed up, tons of people there. You can tell everybody in there was like big time Witcher fans. Like you could,
were they
you could
screaming
sense it.
and so excited?
There was this one girl that was because it was in this like one of those concert halls. It's like where like you have like ballets and shit like that, like an orchestra hall, right? So I was up in the mezzanine on the left hand side. There's this one girl on the same level mezzanine in the back that every time they would finish, she would be like, "Yeah!" just like scream out, like hollering, and like everybody would start clapping and stuff. It was crazy. But they had so this was like it was both a audio but also visual experience. So the way that they set it up is that they played the entire soundtrack of The Witcher from start to finish, with backing of curated scenes from the game to go along with the soundtrack to guide through the story.
Was there any audio? Like
no audio.
Talking?
Every once in a while they would like show like a sequence where like they would like just play out some dialogue as like a transitionary point between two scores.
Yeah.
But ultimately though, it's just like silent in the background with the audio, and then the visuals. So the lighting in the space would also reflect what you were seeing on the screen as they were playing the music. And so they opened up with like they had it broken up by chapters. So like something would come up on the screen that said chapter 1, and it would have a little short description as they started playing the score. And then the video would be playing in the background. And you'd be watching that as the whole orchestra is playing. They had a drummer there that was like encased in like the plexiglass kind of thing, for like the sound travel or whatever. Drummer was fucking sick, man. Like he was playing all kinds of sounds, and I was just like, this guy's awesome. And then they had two female singers that were doing the vocals. One had a more deeper sound, and she would also do the ones that were like the weird chants and shit in the songs. And there's another girl that had a higher pitched sound that would do like the high pitched singing. Beautiful voices, both of them. It was really, really wild. And then you had one dude that looked like he was straight out of God of War. Like he looked like he was a Viking. And he had like this like long, like little like coil, or what do you call it? Braided, thank you. Braided welcome. Like, piece of hair that was like hanging down on his face, and he's bald head and like, dark red hair and stuff like that. Like he fit the bill. Turns out he was one of the ones from the band that made the soundtrack. So makes sense. But yeah, it was wild. So they had the full arrangements of all these different songs like Geralt of Rivia, Kaer Morhen, Silver for Monsters, the Wolven Storm, all with the backing of the visuals and stuff like that. And it was just a really well done showcase. And they played for 45 minutes, took a 20-minute intermission break, and then you'd come back in for another 45 minutes to an hour. And then when they finished it, they came out and like introduced the orchestra and everything. And they were like, do y'all want to hear some music from The Witcher 4? And everybody was like, hell yeah, we do. And then they played for another like 10 or 15 minutes with like The Witcher 4 trailer in the background that they were also doing music to that and played that live. And I was like, oh man. They also did music from the 2 DLCs as well. So it was kind of cool. Like they ended with Blood and Wine. So you got to see that showcase. And I've never seen much of that game, you know?
Right.
So it was really neat to see all that kind of play out. But such a cool experience. Like it was wild. They had a merch table, got some merch, got a little mouse pad, and then long sleeve shirt. Thought it was a t-shirt. But yeah, it was super, super fun. But what this did was want me to re-download The Witcher, leading up to and after. And I'm kind of addicted now.
Oh, you started playing it?
I started playing it.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
Yeah, I'm
How many hours are you into it?
I'm like probably like 7 to 8 hours into it right now.
Are you serious? So you're deep.
Ish. I mean, so here's the thing. So here's the thing. I've never played this game, obviously, beyond like the first part I played, I literally like did the tutorial mission, and then I went out into the wild where you can explore, and then I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do this. So I stopped the game, and I didn't finish it. So I got back into it now. I got through the tutorial mission again. I went back to the beginning and restarted everything over.
Right.
And then I've done like 2 main quests, maybe 3, and then like a shit ton of side quests. Because like I didn't realize how much when you're traveling this game, you're just like, it's like squirrel.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, I'm going to help this person. Next thing you know, you're like 3 or 4 hours in and you've done nothing but like side quest stuff, right? And I was just like...
Now you know how I felt.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just beeline the story because it's interesting and everything else can wait.
It's really hard. And I'm also curious,
it's very
like,
hard.
If you don't do certain things and you go down the main story, like, do those side quests eventually, like, drop off or, like, finish? Because it seems like the way that they play it out, like...
I'm sure there's, like, certain chapters where change, like, certain things happen in the world.
Yeah.
It probably falls off, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Because there was one part where... there was a woman that was, and I mean, this is very, very early on, but there was like a woman who was sick, and I was going to, it was part of a main quest, though. I was going to get like some berries or something to like lure this creature that I'm trying to get. And then when I was there, though, there was a sick woman, and I had the option of like, do I help her or not help her? And I could have given her whatever the liquid is that the Witcher takes to like do his vision shit to like see shadow or something like that, I think is what it's called. I don't remember. There's a name of whatever the little vial that he drinks before he goes into like fight combat or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I could have given it to her, but we didn't want to know how it impacted a human, so I opted to not do that. But I was curious if like later on, if I come back, does she like die, or does that like quest just stay there? You know, like does the world evolve with you? You know, because it seems like they're setting it up to do that.
Has consequences, so
yeah. Because I heard that there's only like 3 endings to this game. Like I thought there was like a lot more like very like Baldur's Gate kind of like, you know, style endings and stuff like that. But apparently there's not. But I'm curious if like some quests are reactive to like your ability to help them or not kind of situation. So, yeah, I've been jumping into it. I mean, it definitely looks dated, you know, they did do a update to the graphics in 2022. So did a visual overhaul and added some new features and stuff to it. So it looks better. But it feels a little older, but it didn't hit me as bad as like when I went into Dragon Age Inquisition, where I was like, this is just unplayable.
Yeah.
The game's actually very playable. Like I was surprised. Like
because the combat is really, it still holds up.
Yeah. The combat was really good. You know, the parrying, the dodging, like using the Witcher abilities and stuff like that all makes a lot of sense. And they did a good job with the onboarding too, of just like teaching you how to play the game as you're going. And one of the features that was in this game that I didn't realize this had, and I wish every game had this, but I quit the game, I went and did some stuff, came into it a couple days later, and there was like a 1 minute long animated intro to tell me where I was in the story when I started that save. And I was like, why don't other games do this? This is so cool. Like, set the scene for me, remind me, where I am. And like,
that's right, it does do that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And this is 10 years ago. And I'm like, shit.
Well, 10 years ago, people were pissed off at that, and they have a mod to get rid of that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, because people play it, and it's like, I'm going to play this in a few hours and have to go through this stupid scene.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, so like initially, it's like helpful, but then it's just like, especially if you replay it, it's like,
yeah,
I want to watch
for a casual gamer like myself.
Yeah, so
very
I'm
nice.
sure,
very
it's
helpful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's great.
But yeah, I mean,
I want to give this game another chance.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, dude, it's fun. I mean, like exploring the world, like the game looks really good for the age.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, having come off of all these RPGs we've been playing and stuff like that, like I'm like, I want to give this a go just to remember.
I just thought the gameplay was bad for me. Whenever I played it, I was just like,
You're doing it wrong.
I don't know, man. I loved it. I'm playing on controller
it's very,
too. So.
It's great because you have your different weapons, which I think he pulls out naturally depending on what you're fighting, humans or beasts.
Yeah, the silver sword versus regular. Yeah,
and then you have your vials that give you buffs to certain things, which also I guess kind of harm you too. I actually never used any of that stuff. I just go in and blast them with my fire magic, or you put your barrier magic on and dodge around, and you have your little handheld crossbow, one-handed crossbow, and you just I don't know. There's a lot going on. It's very like action RPG, and I really enjoy the combat.
Yeah,
and the enemies are interesting.
I can't remember why I didn't like it.
Well, you need to play it again, and you can tell us.
Yeah,
at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing on controller right now with the game, and there is a, I mean, like the auto targeting of people can be a little clunky sometimes with like switching between different enemies and stuff like that. But like so far, the enemies I've fought have not been like super crazy hard, and there's a lot of like the dodge roll, and then there's a parry too you can do to like parry shots that come in and do like a counterattack. All that stuff is like pretty intuitive. And then you have your special abilities though I haven't quite, because there's a weapon wheel, I forgot what they call them, like aura something or others, but you have your weapon wheel where you can do these like Witcher-y spells basically.
Yeah,
that was a little because whenever you do those, it's just basically wherever you're pointing your character before you open the menu. So I wish it kind of I wish it kind of like equipped it, and then you can like use it so you can like target better. But other than that, like it's the combat style and movement and stuff like that was pretty fluid overall. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm finally in a point where I'm like, I might actually, I mean, it's a long ass game, so I feel like I'm gonna take my time with it. But I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, what I like about this is that they've done a pretty good job with educating you on how the game works. Like when you jump in, you always have your how to play in the bottom right corner for the things you're doing in that moment. So there's not a lot of games I'm like, okay, how do I play this game? I got to remember all the buttons and stuff. Well, they present that to you pretty well in the game so that you don't have to figure it out, don't have to take much time to figure it out, which I appreciate. But the dialogue's been interesting. The storylines have been interesting so far. All the cool little side quest things, I'm like pretty into it. I haven't gone deep into the RPG mechanic pieces of it, so I don't know how, because does it go as deep as like Cyberpunk with the layers? Because like it seems like the skill tree right now, the perk tree is pretty simple. Like there's 5 categories of grids, and then like one's for combat, one's for magic, one's for alchemy, and there's like 25 icons on there, and then you have to then equip them to like your things. You can't have all of them equipped at the same time when you unlock them. But I was curious beyond that, and like upgrading your character's armor and stuff like that, is there any deeper skill tree? Because it seemed lighter, but in a good way.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
Damn. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thought you remember everything, Austin.
Yeah.
Disappoint me over
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, it doesn't get any more complicated.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the different colors allow you to get up like higher skills or bonus points to certain attributes.
Yeah.
there are tutorials online to like get the best build or have a certain build that's worth looking at.
Yeah.
But early on, just like play with it and stuff.
Yeah, this is the part here. So they have like, you have your combat tree, and each one of those is a different type of combat thing. So one's like your sword, one's or fast attack, slow attack, like a defensive thing, and then like a crossbow, and then like something else. So then you build up from that down the tree, and then once you unlock those things, you equip them to the sidebar. And as you play more, you unlock more slots, so you can equip more abilities too.
Yes.
To get better stuff. So, yeah. But that's been fun. I'm like really digging the game, and it's got me pretty. I mean, having watched the Witcher TV show, that got me into the world of the Witcher, so I knew I would like it. And having played Cyberpunk, I knew I'd like CD Projekt Red stuff. I think at the time I played this game, it just wasn't the right time for me to play it. And now that time has gone on, and I played more RPGs and got more into like understanding the systems.
Isn't that crazy how that happens?
It's fun. It is really weird. Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Like you're not used to this style of game, and then you play a game that like hooks you, and you go back to a game that they came out with or something that's similar, and you're like, oh my god, what? Like, why didn't I play this before? This is like amazing. It's the same way with me with Death Stranding, perfect example. Did not like the first one. I was just like, I'm enjoying it. It's fun, and then I was just like, I watched that trailer, and then I jumped back into it, gave it a chance, and I'm like, I'm fucking loving this game.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like with this game. I think at that time frame, whenever I downloaded it and played it, I was just like, this is too much for me.
But this
I feel like once I revisit it, it'll be different.
Yeah, this is definitely a game I feel like you would latch onto just because it's got, like, you're an explorer, you know? You like to explore the world and like find all the things, you know.
Manifest destiny.
There's a lot of that here, and you get rewarded for that a lot too. It's like you're running by a thing, you see a little like yellow thing pop up in your mini map, and you're like, "Ooh, what is that?"
I just remember like something turned me off on this game whenever I was playing. I could have swore it was the gameplay, it was the combat system. It felt sluggish. It felt not as fluid.
I think.
But I'm curious if you played it before they made all the updates too, because that may have made a difference just with the performance and stuff, you know.
Well, maybe. For a lot of games, I feel like there's always a time, like there's always a good time and place to start a game, and sometimes you're not in that time.
Yeah.
And now might be the time, especially now that like all the kinks have been worked out, all the DLCs out. Like there's not.
I mean, I still have it. I purchased it on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
Like I have the game.
Definitely play it. I think I remember going back and playing up to like one of the big narrative points, and it does feel. I mean, like it's dated, and then some of the cutscenes and things that happen in audio is like it's a little hokey, but maybe that's been fixed at this point.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some like dialogue options and stuff like that where like the conversations are a little stiff feeling just because of the age, but
yeah.
I mean, I can get past because the voice acting is still really good. It's just there's like the animation and stuff can be a little stiff when you're like talking to a person,
right?
But it's not. I mean, it's not any worse than like Avowed, honestly. You know, like
it's way better than Avowed.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool running around exploring stuff.
Yeah. Have you got to the point where it's like, do you want to do Witcher stuff or do you want to save the world?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think that's what got me early on was like, do I go hunt down creatures and monsters or do I try to save some people?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So it's like a big dilemma kind of.
Well, the main story is like save the world,
right.
Save someone you love, save the world.
Interesting.
Or get distracted by side quests and do Witcher stuff, which is still cool because some of those side quests and exploring allows you to get like Witcher gear that's tailored to certain styles of combat.
Yeah.
Have different attributes.
But if you go the way of saving the world, does that mean you lock yourself out of like side quests and stuff?
Maybe some.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the world just starts to open up more and more.
Yeah.
So it's either like deal with what's in front of you and then move on.
It seems like there's a lot of different. Do you go to different like locations? Like, because the map I'm in doesn't seem like massive or anything right now, but
it starts to grow.
Yeah.
Like there's different regions, so you start traveling those different regions, and they start to kind of open up a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, different monsters are in different regions. So.
Yeah.
Heck, I might pick this back up. This looks amazing on this.
I know, right? I mean, like I'm playing on PC and it looks good
for an old game.
For 10 years old.
No,
I mean, it looks solid.
Great.
You know.
When's the next Witcher supposed to come out?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
But I did want to talk about that a little bit. So what's interesting, I know a lot of people when they were like when The Witcher 4 was revealed, I read a lot of stuff about like Siri. People being surprised you played Siri, I guess. Like they wanted it to be Geralt again,
I feel
right?
like that's how the story should progress, anyways.
Well, that's the
Right?
after having seen The Witcher in concert, I'm like, and seeing like I played of the game, I'm like, I don't see why you wouldn't have done that. Like it seems to be so obvious now. So I was surprised there was so much backlash when they did it, because like having seen, especially seeing like the concert show, it seems like she was such a key part of this story.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing, and that was surprising for me to see that backlash emerge, you know?
Because I mean, in Witcher 3, from what I remember in like the tutorial phase, you were kind of training her already, and it seemed like it was either a passing of a torch or like, it was basically passing of a torch to her to continue. And I thought she was a decent character from what I can tell.
She's a great character.
I
guess I see it both ways. When I saw her, I was like, I don't see any problem with this.
Okay,
but because Siri's not, she's a special case, and I'm trying to remember all the complaints that there's stuff with Siri and what she does, like with the lore wise, that is messed up. Like she had cat eyes, and only Witchers
have the monster.
I forget all the lore because I haven't really been into it, but I know people are complaining that she can't have cat eyes, and she doesn't have cat eyes in the actual game, Witcher 3, and she can't drink the Witcher vials because she's not. I'm gonna fuck it up, but I think that's what I've heard people complain about, like lore wise. Like there's certain things that they've had to forego in order to make Siri the main character and do what she does. But I didn't mind her being. I mean, she's technically a Witcher. Mm-hmm. She's just a special case.
Yeah, I think what I read, or actually I was talking to somebody about this, and what I think happened because of the 3 different endings. I think it basically assumes canon of one of the endings by going into Witcher 4. I think is what's happening.
Right.
And I think that might be part of what upset people is that, because I think in the game, I guess at one of the endings, like she isn't a Witcher or something. She just goes another path or something like that. So then this kind of forces you into not respecting the decision that you made, you know, in the game that is leading to this. And I think that might be what's turning people off potentially too. But
I mean, part of it is that, you know, a lot of people in the game industry are all about just taking out all the guy characters and replacing them with women, and so that also becomes an issue with some people.
Yeah,
which I understand that, but like I said, like I didn't mind Siri being it, but I mean, you need to follow the lore as closely as possible.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing that, I understand why some people would be upset.
Yeah, I think with this one, I think they are, from just what I've gathered with what they've done thus far. I mean, like Cyberpunk and this game and all that.
I'm gonna get it a second
successful.
Attempt. I'm gonna get it a second attempt. Even though I'm playing Arkham City right now.
Yeah. So
again,
it's Batman Day. You know.
Is it?
Is it today?
Oh, no one told me that.
Happy Batman Day!
It's coming up. Wait,
okay.
What month are we in? September, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's September 11th or 19th.
Might have to do something about that. So anyway, new Witcher 4. A couple of the things that they're going to be doing with this is it's going to be running on Unreal Engine 5 with Witcher 4. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what they're able to do with that, because they're not having to worry about their own engine issues. Yeah. Which is what they've ran into in the past.
Witcher 4, like whenever they drop that trailer, it looks fucking
goddamn
good, dude. Like, oh my god.
And then they're prioritizing performance on PS5 and Xbox Series X for going for smooth 60 FPS frame rates, learning from their lessons. And they hinted at that Crossroad of Ravens, which is the latest Witcher novel, will influence the story. Yeah. Just as Season of Storms partly influenced Witcher 3. So those that are interested in the lore of this game might want to look at the book Crossroads of Ravens to see kind of where this story is going to take us. But all that to be said, I'm really hyped. I'm into this world now, and the Witcher concert got me there, and it's kind of crazy that occurred.
Welcome to this side of the fence.
Yeah, I'm super hyped on it now. I can't wait to keep playing. Power. I mean, it's gonna take me a year probably to beat the game, but I feel like I'm gonna get in. I think
if you want to do everything, yes, it's gonna take a while. Don't do everything.
No, do everything.
But I kind of want to do everything, you know? Yeah.
I won't tell you how to play.
That's like the main reason why I love these games is do everything before I even do the story. And I think that's why I was enjoying it so much whenever I was playing it. But it was the gameplay, something about the gameplay, and I'm going to revisit it this weekend, probably play it on Sunday, and try to figure out what it was, because now I'm a little annoyed with myself because I gave up on it so quickly.
Yeah.
And whenever same thing happened when you guys talking about Death Stranding 2, I was watching it and I was feeling it. I'm like, why didn't I give this a chance? And I ate myself away about it because like I did the same with Ghost of Tsushima. When I first saw it, I was like, this game's going to be too much for me. But then I gave in. I was just like, I'm going to play it. And I played it. I fucking love that game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to do this with Witcher. I'm going to give it an attempt and get hyped for Witcher 4. Hopefully.
Didn't Travis have the same problem with The Witcher?
Yeah, he didn't like it because I got it for him as a gift. Yeah, and he never ended up playing.
He liked the music. He just didn't like the game. And I was just like, what are you saying? This is your game.
The thing that kind of I think latched me into this a lot was that I was playing one of the quests, and most quests you do that are side quests are like learn about this story, go do this thing, and then that's it, right? Like you just go here to here, complete this objective, and then you're done. Well, there's this one quest where and this is very, very early in the game, like first 2 hours probably. There was this guy that was on the side of the road that was a merchant that had like a broken cart or something. So I went up to him and I talked to him, and he was like, oh, I lost my cart. I think he got attacked or whatever. Something happened, and he was like, can you help me?
Yeah, attacked by the main beast in the beginning area.
Yes. So I had an option to just keep on going or to help him. So I was like, I'm going to help him. So I go do some exploration, and I find the broken down cart. And as I use my Witcher sense to investigate, I realized this guy might be lying to me, and that he didn't really like he's not the victim here, that he might be the villain. So I start to investigate a little bit more, and I find some arrows and I find some details that makes it seem like he killed this guy on this cart. And whatever. So now I have the option to go confront him or just give him his box and then go about my day. So I went there and I confronted him. I was like, bro, I think you lied to me. Tell me the truth. Turns out he stopped the cart to get some medical supplies that were going to the army that was like defending the region, and he was going to get them for another group that I hadn't really met yet in the game. And he killed this guy to take this cart. So then I had a choice. Well, do I let him run off with the goods? Do I let him go away but not let him take the goods, or do I turn him in? So I was like, well, I guess my character right now would probably turn him in because he just wants to get money. So I turned him in and took him to the place where the guards were, and then I had the option to like do something else. So like throughout that side quest, there was like probably 6 opportunities to make a different decision to change the outcome, which probably would have been 2 different outcomes. But the fact that they kept giving me opportunities to change the outcome throughout the story, I thought was really, really cool. And it was just like simple little things of like just changing this or this, but like
everything has consequences.
That doesn't happen in side quests in a lot of games, and I thought that was really impressive.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play it too, so we should all play it and then come back and
have to play this
re-rate
whole
The
month
Witcher
because next month Ghost of Yotai comes out.
Oh yeah, dude, better get on it.
Well, and Borderlands comes out next Friday, so we're screwed.
Are you kidding me? I can't enjoy anything.
Nope. But I mean, now is the time for sure to jump into it. But
play with us. Join the Discord. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
If you haven't played it,
take a fucking day off.
And if you're in an area that has The Witcher in concert coming to your area, I highly recommend checking it out. It was very, very cool, and will make you want to play The Witcher again.